Hello, I'm Governor Butch Otter. Thank you for your interest in learning more about our efforts to develop innovative, sustainable, and market-based solutions to change the health care in Idaho for the better.
We think the Congress has overstepped their authority. There's no grounding anywhere in the Constitution for the Congress to take this kind of action. And so the bill that I signed yesterday is being replicated all over the United States. And if you get a critical mass of, say, 36, 37 states, then you got a constitutional mass, and we're going to go forward with it.
What do you mean by constitutional mass? I mean, if 36 states, even
Well,
if 36 states pass laws which are still, can't be passed in federal court, they're still...
Well, I do disagree with the policy and the process by which it's forced onto the population of Idaho. We got 1,545,000 citizens here that each and every one of them now are going to come under that mandate by the federal government. I think we ought to be able to accept or reject, and every citizen ought to have the power to accept or reject, and Congress has assumed that power, and I think it's wrong.
No matter how hard you look, in Article 1, Section 8, in the Commerce Clause, no matter where you look in the Constitution, it's hard to find any power that the Congress can exert in order to get us to buy a product. But the story's not over with yet, Judge. I would tell you that we still have a lot of fronts that we're trying to fight this on. Obviously, the congressional front, by defunding Obamacare. We're going to continue with our lawsuit, which we won, or at least got Judge Vincent down in Florida in our favor to declare that it was unconstitutional, and because it lacks severability, that if any one part of that law was found unconstitutional, the entire law is thrown out as being unconstitutional.
I'm Wayne Hoffman, Executive Director of the Idaho Freedom Foundation. What do Idahoans think about Obamacare? And should Idaho start implementing Obamacare, doing a state health insurance exchange, or expanding Medicaid as the president wants us to do? We try to find out the answer to that question. Now, next legislative session, lawmakers are going to be asked to create a state health insurance exchange. But what do Idahoans think about that? Not very much. They're pretty well opposed to Obamacare and the state health insurance exchange. 64% of Idahoans want a free market solution to health care problems. They don't want Obamacare. They don't want a state health insurance exchange. Only 18% of Idahoans said, let's go ahead and create a state health insurance exchange, and 14% had no opinion.
A new way to buy insurance on our own will be popping up everywhere. They're called health insurance marketplaces, though they may have a fancier name than that in your state. Not all governors are on board to set up these marketplaces, but the feds will open their own in those states, and so you probably won't notice much of a difference.
All we're really doing is we're using the federal system to validate our Idaho search engine.
Each state is just using their own name for it. So I had a conference, video conference with all the state directors of all the marketplaces, and I'm talking to the director in Kentucky and Idaho, and in Kentucky it's called like Kentucky Connect, and in Idaho it's called the Idaho Healthcare Exchange. And there's a story that came out of Kentucky where some folks were signing people up at a county fair somewhere, and some guy goes up and he starts looking at the rates and decides he's going to sign up, and he turns to his friend and said, "This is a great deal. This is a lot better than Obamacare." Right? Which is fine.
This is the voluntary implementation of the Affordable Care Act. And with all due respect to the good Senator from 32, we are right now, or very soon, to be voting on the Affordable Care Act. And don't take my word on it. Take a look at page 4 of the bill. Belongs to health carrier or health benefit plan or standalone dental plan meets all requirements of applicable law. The Senator's applicable law is the Affordable Care Act. We have nothing to gain. We have much to lose. The senator votes no.
Close with this one last statement. Folks, you deserve to hear from your governor. This is the fourth event of this type in the last 7 days where I'm standing up here for the most part by myself. And I know there's some supporters of him here, and that's wonderful. I encourage you to encourage him to engage. You deserve to hear from him, not just me.